grew up in this community. I live here now in this community. So this is a part of me and part of my family. I've seen those apartments for years as a little boy, just going up and down. I've seen the years of deterioration that was taking place as well. When they shut down and closed, we didn't know what was coming. And in many neighborhoods, that always meant that it brought down the neighborhood. And it was a challenge for a while. But because of the forethought of all the folks that are a part of this, the partnership, City of Detroit, Wayne County, and others, we're now at a point where we're now welcoming 35 new residents into this area.
Right, Flux. Hey, how you doing?
As we're setting up these chairs, we're sitting in these first rows.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, how you doing? How's it?
Good morning, everybody. We will be getting started in just a few minutes. And as a reminder, if I may have my speakers, I'd like the first few rows of chairs here. Thank you.
Where did you feel?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Y'all can do better than that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for taking on this frigid, based on recent years, unseasonably cold winter day and joining us on this momentous occasion. On behalf of our board of directors, staff, stakeholders, and residents of Grandmont Rosedale, I would like to formally welcome you all to the neighborhood. My name is Mike Randall, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as Executive Director of the Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation, where our mission is to preserve, revitalize, and restore the 5 neighborhoods of Grandmont Rosedale. Today we gather to commemorate an accomplishment of historic proportions, not only for our 5 neighborhoods, but for our district and our city. 2 developments that both celebrate the rich history of our historic neighborhoods while ushering in a new chapter of housing and commercial space that will catalyze the Grand River Corridor and provide housing at a 100% affordable rate. Pause there for a second. You know, there were several months when the very existence of this project was threatened. Not just by common challenges of housing development, but by a global pandemic, rising labor and material costs, among other unknowns. However, this team forged ahead in the face of uncertainty with a defined mission to complete the task at hand. And I'm proud to represent just one person representing dozens of individuals that worked tirelessly to bring this project to this point. Every individual that would take up this podium represents that commitment, a commitment to provide the vital amenities that improve the quality of life of our great residents. I could not be more proud of this team. This exactly is what the Strategic Neighborhood Fund is all about. These are the results. Not only from the initial SNF funding that provided acquisition and pre-development funds for this project, but a continued commitment from HRD and the mayor's office to see this project all the way through to fruition. And with that, I would like to welcome to the podium the mayor of our great city, Mayor Mike Duggan.
Well, congratulations to Michael and the Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation. I think the first time I met James Tate, he's saying, I want to redevelop the IHOP. So I know he's smiling from ear to ear today. I want to think about what we got now. 35 new affordable units just opened in vacant buildings. We're building 42 more in this neighborhood. You saw our press announcement yesterday, is Detroit has been at the top of the country in increasing in home values. And that's a great thing for building wealth. We built huge amounts of wealth. In this neighborhood, in the last 10 years, the home prices have doubled or tripled. And for everybody who put their stake in this community, that's a good thing, unless you're a renter, right? And we had renters who were renting a house in this neighborhood for $600 a month, went to $800 and $1,000 and $1,200, and they were going to be pushed out. And this is the challenge of every city. How do you build the wealth for the homeowners who stayed, but still have a community where there's a place for everyone? And in many cities in this country, gentrification is allowed to occur. In our city, we believe there is room in every neighborhood for people of all incomes. And so we sat down and got to work. And with the partnership with the Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation, Sinair, MISHDA, the Strategic Neighborhood Fund, which has been terrific in every one of these projects, MISHDA, which has also been our partner, and Wayne County stepping in with American Rescue Plan funds, all of those things together, we're able to do something very special. So you're going to have 77 new units, all the ones in the new building now basically $838 a month. You can stay in this neighborhood if you're from the state. And with our down payment assistance, we'll help you buy a place if you'd rather own. It's a great day today. Took a lot of work for a lot of folks, but I'm going to start before I get to the councilman who's got the biggest smile on his face. But person with whom we couldn't have done this without his help, our county executive, Warren Evans.
Good morning. I'm excited. I got to tell you this story for just a minute. I don't have a great tolerance for cold. You might not. The mayor over here, I've stood on the tarmac with him at the airport when it was colder than this, and he's dressed just like that. We have a lot in common, but that's not one thing. But let me tell you, I'm really excited about this as a long-time resident of Grandmont. Lived in this area for many, many years. Understand this area has always been a strong community. It is also a community where the average resident is much older, significantly older than many other parts of the city. And so when you create this affordable housing and you have group space and things to help bolster a community is really, really, really important. Wayne County's just happy, first of all, to be a partner. I've got to introduce you, those who don't know, Hassan Sheikh, who's my economic development director, is very, very committed to, we got 43 communities in Wayne County, but Detroit's the biggest one. And we are always interested in partnering in projects that make the entire county more effective and better. And we've got a great county. We've got a world-class airport, we've got world-class communities. The things that the mayor's done in the city of Detroit have been fantastic. And so we're happy to contribute, we're happy to be a part of the growth, and we will continue to do so. So, I think the project is wonderful, it is significant, it is necessary, and you couldn't find a better neighborhood to put it in. So for all of you who have been involved in this project and getting it going, my blessings go out to you. It's that kind of hard work. The politicians can come in and donate some money and and do some other things, but there's a lot of groundwork that's done by people in this room, Mike and others. And so I want to commend all of you for the things that you've done, and excited for the project. And thank you very much. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce the next person or not, really. Okay, the mayor.
But if a county commissioner shows up, you do that. It has been a remarkable run. You've seen that we have built more than $1 billion in affordable housing, and Julie Schneider and the HRD team come forward with the projects. You have not seen a fight between the mayor and city council in 11 years on the commitment to affordable housing. And James Tate is relentless. And you just drive out Grand River. We got one project after another out this way, all the way out to Old Redford, where John George is doing it, because the media will say everything's downtown and midtown. You see what we're building in the neighborhoods. This is the way we have strong neighborhoods, quality housing at all income points. And so the biggest fighter for Northwest Detroit, Councilman James Tate.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to District 1.
Morning.
Welcome to Grandmont Rosedale. This is a wonderful neighborhood. So some of you already know, I always have to say this, I grew up in this community. I live here now in this community. So this is a part of me and part of my family. I've seen those apartments for years as a little boy, just going up and down. I've seen the years of deterioration that was taking place as well. When they shut down and closed, we didn't know what was coming. And in many neighborhoods, that always meant that it brought down the neighborhood. And it was a challenge for a while. But because of the forethought of all the folks that are a part of this, the partnership, City of Detroit, Wayne County, and others, we're now at the point where we're now welcoming 35 new residents into this area with affordable housing. Right now, we're at an affordable housing crisis with the C in this country. And so we have to use every tool, every partnership, every relationship we have to change the dynamic. And this is an example of what it takes. Many times we hear folks who are saying, don't give incentives, don't do that. These people already have the money, they don't need it. This is what these incentives allow us to do. Yeah, we have big projects in downtown and midtown, but right here in the neighborhood, we are allowing seniors, as they often tell me, they want to age in place. They're living in these big old houses over here in Grandmont Rosedale, 2 floors, basements, and I'm talking about 3 flights of stairs. My parents had to move. They lived over here on Granville, that's where I grew up. And now we have the ability for seniors to age in place right here in just one, at a building that for many years was decrepit. And again, remember I took bringing down the neighborhood. I remember it was an IHOP, it was a Coney Island, and it was abandoned. And it was abandoned for a long time, but no longer, because now there's new life being breathed into it. And I say that how excited I am as a council member who represents District 1, but even more importantly, as a resident who lives here and born and raised in District 1 in Grandmont Rosedale. So again, Mr. Mayor, thank you. And he talked about, we don't see those fights. When deals come before us and they make sense, why fight? This makes sense. And this is just one of many of those deals that we have before us that just makes sense. So when we have deals that make sense, we have to move on them and do so on behalf of the residents. So again, congratulations to GRDC, congratulations to our community, congratulations to us all on rebirth of these 2 spaces that are going to be very important as we move forward in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Tate, for all your support over the years. At this time, we are going to hear from Scenario Solutions, Chris Laurent, Liliana Gonzalez.
He's almost here.
Okay, so we'll just move right ahead. I'll move them in the agenda. At this time, I would like to recognize the office of Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib and her commitment to this project. I believe we're joined by Tony Dunbar. Yes.
Good morning, I'm Tony Dunbar. I'm the District Director for Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib's office. It's a pleasure to be here today. As you know, Representative is in Washington, D.C. this week, diligently working on behalf of our community. However, she absolutely wanted to be present in spirit with this momentous occasion in affordable housing. We're incredibly proud to have played a role in securing funding for this vital project and eagerly anticipate the grand opening. We sincerely hope that future residents will feel safe and secure within the walls that will be built. As always, our local neighborhood service center is always open to those in the community, and we are hoping that they or the individuals that will be living in a space will be happy to connect with us. Please don't hesitate to reach out, and again, congratulations on this piece. It's definitely needed, and we love our community and appreciate being here today.
Thank you, Tony. Please send our thank yous and warmest regards to Congressman Talib, absolutely. At this time, we'll hear from Senator Kavanaugh's office.
All right, good morning and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
My name is Shantae Mosby, and I am here on behalf of Senator Kavanaugh, who's District 6 for Michigan State Senate. And that includes the northwest part of Detroit, Redford, Livonia, Farmington, and the southern part of Farmington Hills. While she wishes that she could be here today herself, she wanted me to offer some words about how meaningful these projects are. We're so excited to be here today for this ribbon cutting of the West Outer Drive apartment project and the groundbreaking for the new Minock Park Place mixed-use development. The West Outer Drive apartment project will enhance housing accessibility and diversity within the community and provide meaningful housing opportunities to ensure secure and affordable places to call home for many families in our community. Minock Park Place will combat blight in this neighborhood, transforming the site into affordable senior housing, commercial businesses, and communal spaces. These projects will strengthen this community, focusing on affordable housing for all, vibrant communal spaces, attracting new businesses, and transforming blighted areas into spaces for everyone's benefit. Investments like these are at the core of Senator Kavanaugh's priority, ensuring that our communities across the state are ones that support their citizens. Our team is proud to represent this neighborhood, and we look forward to what you will continue to accomplish. So congratulations to you all on this transformative project. Thank you.
Thank you, Shantae. Appreciate those words. At this time, we are going to hear remarks from Chad Benson of Michigan. Chad, thank you.
Thank you. I'm Chad Benson. I'm the Director of Development for MISHDA, and today is a unique combined celebration for two really special projects, but they have one important thing in common. Minock Park Place, kicking off construction today, has received funding support from a long list of partners, including MISHDA, the City of Detroit, the State Legislature, and HUD, and the residents at West Outer Drive has also received funding support from a long list of partners, including MISHDA, the City of Detroit, and Invest Detroit. Housing like this does not get built without innovative partnerships like you see on display today. And Michigan's statewide housing plan was approved by the governor in 2022, and we are celebrating the halfway point today. In order to receive MISHDA funding, a developer has to demonstrate how their specific project is accomplishing a few of the many goals of that plan. And these deals will increase access to stable and affordable quality housing options for households with low incomes. They will equitably expand the supply of affordable and accessible rental units for older adults, promoting the ability of older adults to age in place of their choice. And it will increase the quality of rental housing in this particular neighborhood. Each of these are important goals for our state. Each of them have been identified by Region N, the City of Detroit, as key local goals as part of that plan. And we know the developer did a lot of work to engage and listen to the community throughout this process through neighborhood advisory councils, one-on-one conversations, a community dinner, and online surveys. So with that, I want to thank everyone involved in making these two projects happen and celebrate both of them at this groundbreaking today. And with that, I think I am introducing Julie Schneider from the City of Detroit to the stage. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Julie Schneider. I'm the Director of the City of Detroit's Housing and Revitalization Department. I want to start off by congratulating Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation, Ethos, and Sinair on making today a reality. So I also want to thank Mayor Duggan. I also want to thank Pro Tem James Tate for their leadership in affordable housing throughout my time and their time at the City of Detroit. So the Housing Revitalization Department, our job and our mission is to soundly and transparently invest funds to make sure that Detroit neighborhoods and housing is high quality, affordable, and accessible to and for all Detroiters. And one of the ways they do that is by underwriting and financing developments such as those that we're here today to celebrate. Several years ago, as we were contemplating the Strategic Neighborhood Fund and the Detroit Affordable Housing Leverage Fund, which was meant to be a partnership between MSHDA, the City of Detroit, and LISC to invest in our neighborhoods, we made a point to say that development and investment in affordable housing isn't a response to change in neighborhood, but it's part of the development, and it's a foundation of our neighborhoods as we help them grow today. And today, as we're celebrating both the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting of two developments, which is, I've been to a lot of groundbreaking / ribbon cut, but I've never been to a groundbreaking / ribbon cutting. So it's truly wonderful to be here today. So both Pro Tem Tate and Mayor Duggan talked about the pressure on housing prices, both in the country and the city of Detroit. We're here today inside, right? Most of our groundbreakings are outside, but a day like today really highlights the need for affordable housing, the need for people to wake up in safe, quality, affordable housing where they're not concerned about whether their heat works, whether their children will be cold, whether they will have to change their plans in getting to work because they have to deal with a housing emergency that they might have if they don't have that quality access to quality affordable housing. So it highlights just the need for us to continue to make investments, continue to do the hard work that's necessary in order to have days like today. Of course, you also have to have great partners who are committed to the effort as well. Detroit City Council, Mayor Duggan, Wayne County, MSHDA, Invest Detroit, HUD. And then you also have to have a team that is really committed to making sure that all of the barriers are broken down in order to realize the project as well. So, of course, GRDC, but I also want to take a moment to thank those in the city or who were in the city before to do that work. Rebecca LeBeau, Terry Smith, DeLorean Holmes, Larry Catronard, Naomi Beasley Porter, DeMarco Ansari, Emma Shelley, and also our next guest, our next speaker, who I believe did work while he was at the City of Detroit, a partner, a friend, Jermaine Ruffin from Invest Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Julie. Really appreciate it. This was one of the first projects I worked on when I worked for the City of Detroit for Mayor Duggan in HRD. It's a joy to be here today. A project like this takes really two critical pieces, and I want to just acknowledge them today. One being community. Look around you in this room. The folks who are here, who are a part of this, and leadership with Michael Randall at Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation. Thank you for making this happen. It is for that reason that the voices of the community who asked for affordable housing, who asked for revitalization to take place in the neighborhoods, that a fund like the Strategic Neighborhood Fund with Invest Detroit, which I am the senior vice president of the neighborhoods team there, that because that voice was made strong, because that voice was heard through the leadership of Mayor Duggan and Pro Tem Tate, this is what happens when you can come together and utilize your voices, utilize your feet, and utilize the strength of community to make these types of projects happen. Affordable units like this are very, very critical to the future of the city of Detroit. We know that this is the #1 city in the country, right? Yeah, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And so work like this allows for our residents to become ambassadors for their neighborhoods. We know the downtown is pumping and it's jumping, but out here, District 1 is also jumping. And we want to make sure that type of work and momentum continues for the future of our great city. Thank you.
Remember what I said in my opening remarks about the face of uncertainty and the partners that made all this possible, and Invest Detroit certainly embodies that. So Jermaine, thank you for your partnership. At this time, we're going to switch back to the agenda and offer words and remarks from Chris Laurent from Center Solutions.
Thanks, Michael. Just a couple comments. You've heard a lot of kind of talk today about community and the importance of working together. I have to tell you that we're Protestant, we're at our best when the work that we do is community driven. I'll share a story with you at the end, but I want to give a shout out to O'Brien Construction, our partners at Ethos Development, Joe Heafy and Lana, expert leadership, and Liliana Gonzalez, who's one of my colleagues with Scenario Solutions, worked hand in hand with the development team. Rochelle Lento's there. Nobody thanks the attorney. She, at our last event, she thanked us. So this is part of a vision, I think, for the community, the neighborhood, certainly Mayor Duggan. What was really powerful to me was maybe 2 years ago, Michael stepped into some big shoes of his predecessor. And like a lot of people in those positions, he was eager, incredibly humble, listened intently. And fast forward to probably just before Thanksgiving, Scenario Solutions and Scenario is part of a group called Project Destined that gets young people of color, college age, an awareness of real estate development. And Michael commanded the crowd. And so to see his evolution over 2 years, there was nothing he didn't know about the work that he was doing. And so we're proud to be part of other people's journey. Our mission really is to give people the strength, the power, the courage, and the confidence to do this work. So look for more things to come from Grandmont Rosedale, and we're privileged to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Chris. I did not pay him to say that. Very nice. Well, I could not think of a better partner moving forward with Scenario Solutions. At this time, we are going to switch things up a bit and give a moment to Monique Baker McCormick. Monique went to bat for this project like no one else. We were speaking probably on daily terms, going back and forth, and she fought to get this project to where it is today. So, congratulations. Yes. That was a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Wayne County Commissioner Monique Baker McCormick. Welcome to District 6. Yeah. And I just want to first thank Vicki and all of the other community, yes, because I know you've been here. You've been doing the work for a very, very long time. And I want to also thank Hassan. He is our Economic Development Director. I know he was like, she is really getting on my nerves. So I was pushing and fighting for this project because I know it's important. Tate knows how important this community is to those that live here. And that's our job. That's our job, to fight and keep pushing for the people that we represent. And so that's what we did. So congratulations again, and I'm here to help where I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baker McCormick. And last but certainly not least, we are going to have Vicki Holmes, resident, Minock Park Association president.
First of all, I have to thank everybody that showed up. In my mind, I thought I'd be talking to a few people. I said, it's too cold. Nobody's going to show up. Look at you. So thank you for braving this cold weather and coming. As Michael mentioned, I've been president of Minock Park Block Association since 2011. And this is a battle I've been fighting with everybody else. I know they were tired of hearing my phone calls. But on behalf of the Minock Park Block Association, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the partners who have supported the vision of Minock Park Place. This building is more than just a structure. It is a beacon of hope and a commitment to ensuring that our seniors can remain in the neighborhoods that they have called home for decades. Minock Park is a hidden gem within Grandmont Rosedale, one of the 5 vibrant neighborhoods that make up our community. While it may be the smallest, but I'm thinking we're growing. We're growing by 30% by these 2 projects. So. And probably the least well known, Minock Park has always embodied the spirit of connection and care that defines Grandmont Rosedale. The journey to naming this building was as thoughtful and intentional as the community it represents. The process began with a neighborhood advisory council comprised of residents from all 5 neighborhoods, and together our first charge was to gather words what we thought of Grandmont Rosedale. We came up with words like cohesive, diverse, welcoming, organized, neighborly, and family friendly. There are so many adjectives that describe this neighborhood that if you ever have time, today probably is not the day, but we used hundreds of adjectives and we built a metal wall just a block down, and it spells out Detroit with all those adjectives, and it's really a neat little place just to take a picture. It's right down there at the Grand Parklet. These adjectives not only reflect what Grandmont Rosedale is such a special place, but also inspires us to ensure that Minock Park Place becomes a reflection of these values. It is a place that will strengthen the bond between Minock Park and the wider Grandmont Rosedale community, a place that will welcome and uplift new residents as they become part of our extended family. We appreciate Michael Randall, the Executive Director, and the GRDC Board, and I see Dale, Cullen, Bill, any other GRDC Board members? Somebody in the back. Desiree, Tom. They supported our name, and they've encouraged us throughout the whole process. Of course, without GRDC Board, we would not be here. We are proud to see this important project come to life and look forward to welcoming new residents to the Minock Park family. Together, we are creating a neighborhood that not only honors its history, but builds a brighter, more inclusive future for everyone. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Vicki. Vicki keeps me honest. Keeps me honest. So at this moment, I would really like to recognize our development team, Scenario Solutions, Ethos Development Partners. I think Joe and Lana are both here. Michelle Lintel, Dykema, Fusco, Schaefer, and Pappas. I saw a few reps back there, and O'Brien Construction. So again, this has been nothing short of a team effort to get to this point. Again, in my opening remarks, talked about the uncertainty, but everyone, again, that took this podium and constitutes this development team believed in this project and got it to where it is today. So with that, that concludes our program. We got some warm coffee back there. Please take some, and probably way too much charcuterie. We are going to do some photos. So do we have some shovels? We got 7. I'll take a lot. Everybody look right here. Got it?
Can we get the development team?